People often say that a living being comes empty-handed and goes empty-handed. But this is not true, because a living being brings his destiny, i.e. his karma, with him, whether it is good or bad, and he takes his good or bad karma with him. A living being comes empty-handed and goes empty-handed. This is a common saying that people say about the instability and materialism of life. It means that when a living being comes into this world, he does not have any kind of material wealth, luxury or comforts, and when he leaves this world after death, he also has nothing. From this point of view, it is said that there is no material thing at the beginning and end of life. But if we try to understand this thing deeply, we will realize that this saying is not completely true. In fact, a living being brings his destiny with him, and this destiny is formed by his karmas. Interrelationship between destiny and karma. The principle of karma is very important in Indian philosophy. Karma means the actions of a person, and the resultant results determine the course of his life. Fate is, in fact, the result of karma. If a person has done good karma, he gets good results, and if he has done bad karma, the results are also painful. Thus, karma determines fate, and this is the real wealth of our life. When people say, the soul comes empty-handed and goes empty-handed, they are talking about material possessions, but it is not true that the soul comes and goes without material things. He does get karma, sanskaras and fate from his previous life. This is his real inheritance. Whatever he experiences in life is the result of his previous karma. Karma and reincarnation. According to Indian philosophy, the soul is reborn. In this rebirth, the soul brings the fruits of the deeds of its previous life. Like if a person has done good deeds in his previous life, then he will experience happiness, prosperity and peace in this birth. On the other hand, if someone has done bad deeds, then he will have to face suffering, sorrow and struggle. This is why at the beginning of life we can see that the circumstances of every person are different, and all this is the result of his previous deeds. If we look from this point of view, then it will not be completely wrong to say that the soul comes empty-handed, because even at that time he brings with him the fate of his deeds. It is as a result of these deeds that he gets the circumstances of life. This is why the level of good or evil in a person's life and his circumstances are predetermined. Good and bad karma. The effect of karmas is visible in many ways in a person's life. The fruits of good deeds are positive, such as prosperity, happiness, peace, and respect. On the other hand, bad karma has negative consequences, such as misery, suffering, and failure. It is also believed that everything that happens in life, whether good or bad, is a result of our past karma. This is why we must pay attention to our karma and understand that whatever results we are getting are the result of what we did before. Through good karma, we can make our destiny brighter. For example, if we help others, speak the truth, and work for the good of society, we will get positive results in our life. On the other hand, if we harm someone, tell a lie, or do negative actions, we will have to suffer its bad consequences. What happens after death? Many people also raise questions about after death. According to Indian ideology, after death the soul gets a new body based on its karma. This means that there is a new birth after life, and this birth depends on the previous karma of that soul. Thus, the soul does not go empty-handed, rather, it goes with the fruits of its karma. This idea not only explains the meaning of life, but it also makes us feel responsible for our karma. If we do good karma, we will get good fruits, and if we do bad karma, we will suffer. This is why karma is given special attention in Indian philosophy. Conclusion: thus, the saying that the soul comes empty-handed and goes empty-handed is true to some extent, because material possessions and pleasures in life are not permanent. But it is not completely correct, because the soul brings with it its destiny and karma, and that is what it experiences throughout its life. Destiny is not just about material things, but it is the result of our actions. The actions we perform shape our lives and make us experience happiness, sadness, peace, or suffering. The true purpose of life is not just to achieve material pleasures, but to attain spiritual growth and satisfaction through good deeds.